So now where we're going to begin is how to set up the footlock. Like I previously stated, we're going to be doing this position starting with the person's butt on the floor. I'm going to be doing many open guard systems that we will arrive at the same spot. But right now we're going to be starting with the person's butt on the floor. How does the person's butt get to the floor? Let's think about a sweep. Any sweep you do in jiu-jitsu, the person has to put their butt on the floor, right? They could turn the turtle, possibly, giving their back. But if you're just sweeping someone without them turning to the floor, they're going to have their butt on the floor. So you could arrive at this spot from any guard that you play where their butt touches the floor. That is why I'm starting this position already with her butt on the floor, because I want to add it to your arsenal. And as you'll learn it in my series and systems from De La Riva, all the different guards, when we sweep someone, I'll be mentioning, okay, the footlock system is applicable here. The footlock system is applicable here. That way, you'll be able to just incorporate this into all the different spots, okay? So that is a part of our setups. But once our butt's on the floor, we have to be very smart with how we set up this position, okay? So what is the first concept you're going to learn? Like I previously stated, we're in World 2 of setting up the footlock, right? World 2 is when my opponent's weight transfers from their heels to their butt. Why is that? Because every time the person's weight is on their heels, their leg is heavy. How am I supposed to lift up their foot to do a footlock? Every time we're able to make their weight on their butt, now their legs are light. They're easy for me to lift. And for me to get a footlock, I need to lift up her leg and put it under my arm to get the footlock, right? So that is what we're learning in this series. We're going in this chapter and part of this section will be setups. Some cool ways I like to establish the footlock here once her butt is already on the floor. Again, there's a lot of cool ways I do it when the person's butt is off the floor, and those will be mentioned in future lessons in other series, and I'll be mentioning them. Okay, here I like to do my footlock. Here are the footlock position. Here are the footlock. And those are all added in. But that's how jiu-jitsu is. They're chains of events, right? We're in one spot, and we'll have a few options. Once our butt touches the floor, for example. Sweep, take the back with berimbolo, but World 2. Now she's like this. Leg drag, crab ride, or the footlock system is applicable. Or even just sweeping again, right? So that is what we're going to learn. But the first rule you learn about setting up this position that I need you guys to understand, we need her weight on her butt for me to do this. Sit in front of me now. So when I'm here in double pull, her legs could be very heavy if she puts all her weight on her heels. Look. Okay. So every time I'm here, there's two methods that I could do in order to make her weight go to her butt. One is moving her head closer to her legs. When I do this, keep your weight on your heels. You see how all your weight goes to your butt when I do this?
That's crazy.
You see how once I do this, where does all your weight go? It's like here, right? In your arms.
Yeah.
Now look, her leg is light. The other method, keep your weight on your heels. What am I doing in each method? Each method, I'm removing her weight from her heel, the other parts of her body. When I push her this way, look how her weight's going more to her arms and butt. Now look, her leg is light. When I move her this way, look how I'm making all her weight onto her butt. Now look how her leg is light. You see? These two concepts will be the most important in whatever setups we decide to do, okay? And you'll constantly see me doing either or. Bringing the body forward or pushing her away, okay? When you learn these setups, guys, I'm going to want you, when you're drilling the positions, to be, every time you do the move, to be doing one of these setups before just doing the position. Because setting up the position is the hardest part of the footlock. Once you're able to set it up, I promise you from this series, you'll learn how to control the person and finish. So we just need you to learn the setting up, and how you're going to do that is constant repetition and following this concept of her weight on her heels opposed to her weight on her butt. When her weight's on her butt, put your weight on her butt, look how light her legs are. When her weight's on her heels, on your heels, just keep your weight on your heels, like in this part of your foot, I can't lift up her leg. Okay. So the first thing you're going to learn is, how am I taking her weight to her butt? The first method I'm going to show you is De La Riva. This will be the first setup for you guys to learn. I'm going to be in De La Riva. And notice when I'm in De La Riva, I always try to do this to her knee. Whenever I do this and she flexes her foot, and I start going to De La Riva to go here, she's going to start opening her knee. So I'm going to be like this. I'm going to take my leg out like this. I'm going to do a new concept for you guys. This concept you'll learn in many spots from me. Close guard, all these different spots. It's a concept of 2-on-1 control. Whenever I dominate one part of my opponent's body, it's super efficient because, like I explained before, when both my feet were on her hips, when she removes one, I have the control of the other. She removes one, I have the control of the other. So by me establishing two parts of my body on one on her, it gives me a superior control than if I had one part, right? A common thing you'll see in jiu-jitsu, when someone's going for a footlock, kick out and like run away from me, back away. See how she can back away? I'm only using one part of my body to keep her in control. If I have two parts of my body, back away. See how much more control I have? You have 100% more control on her leg. It's just, again, statistics. One control versus two. Okay? So a lot of times when I set up the footlock, you'll see me constantly go 2-on-1 on her leg. So the first setup is going to be as follows. I'm going to be here. I'm going to have the collar. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be pulling down her knee because I want her to open her knee. The second I feel her open her knee, look what happened. Where's your weight going when you open your knee? Your butt, correct? Yeah. It cannot be on your heel to open your knee, right? Put your weight on your heel and now open your knee.
We can't do that.
You have to put it on your butt, right? Now open your knee. Yes?
Yes.
So I'm baiting her to do it. In jiu-jitsu, we're always baiting our opponent, correct? Every time we're doing a position, we're baiting them to do something else. If she doesn't take my bait, amazing. I'm going to bolo. I'm going to take her back. I'm going to internally rotate her hip, bringing her knee to the floor. No problem. But I know 99% of people, when I do this, are going to open their knee because they're going to do the opposite of what I'm attempting to do. In jiu-jitsu, it's always like that. We do one thing, expecting them to do the opposite. They always are going to do the opposite of what you want. But is that what I don't want? I want them to do the opposite. We're always giving them these situations where we're setting them up to do one thing so they give us another thing. Okay? So I'm doing this with the intention of her opening her knee. Always. This is how I like to do positions. I already have in my mind, I'm going to do this, and if she doesn't open up, great. But if she does, which I'm expecting her to, look what happens. I go here. So what am I going to do? I turn her knee in, she opens her knee. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my leg. Notice how her foot is here. I'm going to go a grip on her knee, like so. I'm going to grab her ankle. Notice how her knee is already open, correct?
Yeah.
So now your weight's on your butt, right? So I should be able to lift your leg. Now put your weight on your heel. See the difference? That's so important, just understanding that. Don't think in your mind, if you feel the leg is heavy, I'm not strong enough, I'm weak. No, you're doing it wrong because her weight is not there. Okay? I'm going to constantly be yelling at you guys while I'm teaching this because I want you to get that message in your mind that if a move isn't working, it has nothing to do with you being weak. Strength for sure has some bearing in a position. Obviously, I'm not denying that. But at the same time, if I can't lift her leg up, I'm not thinking in my mind I'm not lifting hard enough. I'm thinking I'm positionally wrong. That's why I cannot lift her up. So when I'm here and I start closing her knee, she opens her knee. See how light your leg is?
Yeah.
That is why her leg is light. Because I'm lifting it up once she opens her knee. Once she externally rotates her hip. That's so important. Now I'm going to control the leg. I'm going to control the ankle. Once I lift it up, look at this space here. Once I have this space established, look how I can place my foot inside her hip like so. Get my hand around her body. And go to the footlock. One more thing I'm going to explain before I get into the footlock. A lot of times I explain this to people, but I'm very good at landing in the perfect spot for footlocks. And that skill took me years of mastering. And you'll learn that over time from feeling. like where to land, you'll learn where to apply pressure. But if I had to give students advice about doing a foot lock, I would always recommend starting high and working your way down, opposed to starting low and losing the connection of her toes under your armpit. I've seen many people go to foot locks like this, and then when they start going, they lose it. You see? Because I started too low. If I start this low and now take out your foot, I could lose the foot lock. I could lose my connection of my lat, all this part of my arm on her toes. So I would prefer you go high, because why? Her foot, her lat is still in my arm. You see, my body's still around it. So then I can slowly work to get over her toes. That's the difference, okay? If I start here and I lose the toes, I'm already done. You see? But if I start here and I slowly work down, which you're going to learn how to do, now I have the perfect pressure. So if you're drilling this and you don't know where to positionally place yourself, I'm going to recommend you start high. And it's totally fine to start high, because we slowly work our way down her foot. She's keeping her foot flexed. She has the boot, right? We're going to work down. We're going to kill that boot, and we're going to bring her toes down eventually. Okay? So that's the first thing I'm going to explain when we're here. So we're here. I'm in Dalahiva. I'm trying to bring her knee down, which is world one. Every time her weight stays on her toes, we're in world one. I can bring her knee down. The second I start bringing her knee down, she's going to open her knee. Now her weight's off of her toes. Now her hip and knee are activated. I feel it. I feel her hip and knee activated. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take my leg out. I'm going to go here and here. I'm going to lift up her leg. I'm going to hook under my leg. Guys, something I explained in my other series. If we could change sides, please. A rule is when I'm in double pull, I never stay with this foot on the floor. I always say this reference in the Berimbolo series and in seminars, that if my foot's on the floor like this, it's in lava. Like the kids' class, they would say, so go close around me. Right? In basic fundamental jiu-jitsu, you always learn, never keep your hands on the mat. Your hands on fire, your hands on lava, right? Because the opponent can attack and come more on you, right? So go back to double pull. When I'm here in double pull, if my foot touches the floor, I'm exposing myself to Dalahiva. I'm exposing myself to Berimbolo. I'm exposing myself for many different things, okay? So if I have Dalahiva on my opponent in double pull, I am not allowed to step on the floor. I can step on the floor if my knee is back, you see? If I bring my heel back like this, no problem, because my knee is on the floor. But if I step on the floor here right in front of her, I'm giving her Dalahiva, and also go Dalahiva on me and keep your foot here. She's also giving me the foot lock, look. You see how I can lift up her leg now and go for a foot lock? So it's a very dangerous thing to leave your foot right in front of her like this. Okay, so we're not allowed to do that. We're going to keep our toes on her leg like this. They're going to be sitting on her leg in any of these spots are totally fine. Okay, that's the first rule I'm going to give you guys when we're in this Dalahiva spot. So let's go back to the other side. I just need you guys to understand what I'm doing with my back leg. I don't want you to have to guess anything. Like no guessing. Rule is my foot's here. It's on the leg. It's somewhere over here. Where it's not just like this. My knee can be back, no problem. Okay, for some Berimbolo positions, I can bring my leg back like this, no problem. But my leg is on her leg. Okay, so I'm here. I'm closing her knee. She opens. Her knee and hip are activated. I take my leg out. I go 2-on-1. The concept of 2-on-1. I have 100% more of my body controlling her now, right? Opposed to just one. Now she could kick away and move away from me. No, you wouldn't kick away like that because I have my thumb like this. You back away. Yes. So hold my ankle. Look. Hold my ankle. If I kick away into your hand, I can't, right? So every time the person's holding, just so you guys know how to kick away, I lift up, right? Because look where she's holding with her hand. She has her fingers like this. If I'm going to kick away out, I'm going to lift up out of her hand. Wherever her hand's grabbing, I'm going to go away from her. You see? So if the person's going to kick out here, they're going to lift up their leg and back away. You see? But when I do this, lift up your leg. So what did I just do? I eliminated one way that you could kick out, right? If I'm just now hold my leg like down, like that, like this. Now if she's holding it like this, I'm going to go where her fingers aren't. Look where her fingers aren't. Here. You see? So if I hold your leg like this, go where my fingers aren't. You're gonna go right in the line where my fingers are. Back away, yes. You see?
Yeah.
So hold my leg the other way now. Like that, yes. If she's holding my leg like this, I'm gonna go where her fingers aren't. Up. If she holds my leg down, I'm gonna go where her fingers aren't. This way. So, you see there's two paths that she could take to remove her leg from my body. One would be when I'm like this, going up. The other would be down.
Okay.
When I do this 2-on-1 control, notice what I'm doing. Where could you go now?
Nowhere.
Because both ways that she could kick out are established. You see? You can't go up and you can't go down. That is why this 2-on-1 control is so efficient. We just eliminated the two ways that she could kick out. Again, let me reiterate that. Sorry. When she's here, she's holding my leg. If she's holding like this, I can go down. If she's here, she's under my leg. I can go up and kick out. When we are here, and I establish a control of this and this, there is no up and down.
Where are you gripping exactly? So you're gripping under the knee?
So like I explained in the introduction, I always go below the patella. I'm going to explain why for when we do the finish. But it's essentially like I'm holding like this, you see? Which you could kick out of right now, down, right?
Yes.
But I'm here, so now kick up. No, you just went down again.
Oh, you want me to go up?
Up.
Sorry.
Like this. Do it up here.
Okay.
So now do up here. You see you can't?
Oh, yeah.
Now I get the two grips like this. So now I have two grips here. If you go up, you go down. See how you're stuck in both?
Yeah.
This concept is so important.
Where are you gripping on bottom?
I'm just going with my 4 fingers on your leg like this.
Okay.
You see? It's just the concept of where you can take your heel out, right? You see you can't take your heel out either way now. So we just eliminated the person being able to remove their leg. So now you'll see in Jiu-Jitsu, again, why this is a broad concept. Every spot you do in Jiu-Jitsu, the person trying to kick their leg out, the person trying to run away. How can they run away on me if I'm eliminating both fronts for the person to kick out? You see? And you'll see people go like this and like this. Doing 2 grips like this. Now kick up and you'll see people like this. Now go down. But if I go like this, kick out, there's no way. So we just eliminated that whole way of the person kicking out their leg. You see? That is why we're doing it like this. Okay? I just want you to understand the why in everything we do. You know, so I'm in De La Riva. I have the collar. I'm here. I'm holding the ankle. I take my leg out. I go 2-on-1. Now kick away. Move away. Try to do anything you want. No way, right?
No.
Her leg is completely pinned. Now I establish my foot hooking under her leg. I'm thinking about the ASIS. You know, I don't necessarily feel where it is, but I know I'm going to be in that range because once I connect my foot to the bone, that will be very important when I'm in this spot. I get here. Now when I'm here, yeah, you see you still can't kick out or anything, right?
I want to move a little this way.
Okay. But now I want you guys to see something else. Even if I'm not holding the leg, look how my hook here and my hook here are the same mechanism as this. How are they the same mechanism? Notice, this underhook grip. My knee over here is an underhook grip. You see this? Look. My knee is an underhook grip on your leg. The overhook grip is my foot. So now kick out your leg. Like try to move your leg back. Let me explain. So you do the hook on me. So go 2-on-1 on me. So go 2-on-1. Yeah. So you see I can't kick out, right?
Yeah.
Because you have an underhook grip and an over grip. So go underhook grip and over grip on me like this. Look. You see I can't kick out because you're adjusting the underhook grip like this. So put your hand under my leg now. Like this. And then you have an overhook grip on my hip here. So now I'll go over here on my leg. Do you see it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Now let go of your leg. No, now let you got your leg. Now go with your hook in. Now don't use your hand.
Oh, I got you.
You see how this foot is the same as an overhook on the leg? And this hook is the same as an underhook? So now, what did we just do? Now we have 4 things doing this. We have this and this. We have this and this. So now I have double everything. So I have 4 things of her leg control. Kick out your leg, please. You see how controlled this is?
Yeah.
Now I'll go for the footlock. And I'll just sit her leg on top of my leg like this. This is so important. My leg is not like this. If my leg's like this, her leg's on the floor. And if her leg's on the floor, what did I say?
Oh, sorry.
If her leg's on the floor, I lost my under the leg control that I had. And remember, if I don't have the under the leg control, lift up your heel and kick out. Right? If I don't have this control on her body, lift up your leg and kick out. No.
Oh, you mean that way?
No, do it to me. So you're here. You have the under control on me here. You're here. So I can lift up and kick out. When you hook my leg and you put this under my body, it eliminates me kicking out, lifting up. You see, because this is on my leg, right? Now remove your knee from my body and get this just to the footlock. Just get the footlock on my leg.
Oh, actual footlock.
Look. So now you don't have this on me, right? Because you don't have the thing lifting up. So look.
Oh, just, okay.
I can open my knee and go like this. So when I'm here, look, if I don't have this control, open your, yes, this. You see how your knee just went to the floor?
Yes.
It's the same thing. She just turned her heel and took her leg out. That is what's going to happen. For me to keep the control here, I have to keep her leg on top of my knee because it's this. If this happens, look how she goes up and away from my leg. If I go to the footlock like this, just take your heel out and just open your knee. You see how it's up motion now?
Yes.
It's the same thing as before. So as you guys are seeing, everything we're saying is so important because it's all combining together.
So when you go for the ankle lock, I might be jumping the gun, but you want the knee grip, the foot grip, and both these hand grips on.
Yes, but now I'm going to talk about what happens when I get the overhook on her foot.
Okay.
So I get the 2-on-1 grip. So I'm here. Let's start again. I'm here. You sit up. You go here. I go here. I have 2-on-1. She's trying to kick out. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to put my foot in, basically doing the same thing as this underhook grip because I'm using my knee as the underhook grip, as under the heel.
When do you let go of the hand grips to go to the leg grips?
Once I establish your leg, this part of your leg on top of my knee.
Okay.
Because now you can't kick away. Kick away. Not kick, move your body away. Yeah. You see how it's hard? So now once I establish this, look how it's sitting on me. Like a table, like a chair, or I don't know what it would be sitting on me like, but we're sitting on me. Now I remove my hand from her heel, and I'm going to make the overhook grip. But now, I want you to notice something. When I go to this foot lock grip, what is happening? This form thing under her heel is like the underhook grip. This overhook grip on her heel is like this. So it's another form of me doing this motion, but on her heel. So now when I'm here, kick out, go up, go down. You see? So if you notice, some people when they play top and passing the guard, they make grips like this on the ankle. And it makes it very difficult for the person to kick out their foot, you see, because I have control of her leg. You see, if I'm even higher, try to move your body. Try to kick out. You see? Even in wrestling, people do a lot of takedowns like this, right? It's because you have the concept of controlling below and top together. You see? So when I'm in this spot, what are we doing now? We have the 2-on-1. We go here, and now I remove that 2-on-1, and I establish a new 2-on-1. The new 2-on-1 following the concept of the upper part of her leg and the bottom part of her leg under my arm. You see? Once I establish this control, I'm able to keep your body stuck in with the bottom of my arm and the top of my arm. My foot is on your hip. This part of my leg is activated like this. My foot on the hip is activated like this. So I want you guys to notice how every part of my body is working that same exact concept that we just learned, right? So when I'm here, and I get to the arm here, and I get to here, look how my body's acting like this. But what else am I going to do? look at this hand. When I control below her knee, now I'm keeping this concept from before. This concept of keeping her leg in, I'm even reinforcing it. So now I have my grip on her knee, and the foot on her hip, activating all in the concept of her not being able to go up. No, not your hip. Go up with your body. You see how I'm controlling your body with all of them? So remember how before I said when you kick out, go down and kick your body up, right? So when I'm here, go down. You see how you can't go down because of this, and this?
Oh, yes. I can't go down.
You see, I have all these things protecting you from going down and up. So I have this extra grip now, which is protecting me from, because kick down. No.
Oh, down. Sorry.
If I go like this, you go down, right?
Yes.
You can't go up.
I can't go up.
You can't kick out. The only way you can go is there. So you go against my fingers. This one. Yes. So when I'm here and I'm hooking and I reinforce the down grip like this, right? So now you can't go up. Right? You can't go up.
Oh.
If I have this grip, go up.
I can't go up.
You can go down there, right?
Yes.
So when I'm here, I stop you from going up. When I have this, and this, go up. See how you completely cannot go up? Because of my knee grip, this, and this. So I have 3 things stopping her foot from going up. From going down, which is the defense to the up, right? Because if I'm only holding up, go down, right? I have my arm under her leg, which is acting like this. My forearm. I have my knee under her leg, like this. My shin and knee under her leg. So I have 3 things protecting her from going up, and I have 2 things from protecting her from going down. So that is so important in this spot to understand that concept, okay? And when we're here, it's so important that when we're up and down, that when I'm in this spot, so I have 1, 2, and then I have this spot, 1, 2, 3. These 3 things will make us super strong to understand what's going on. And now I can arrive in the ankle lock position. So again, I'm here. I'm Dala Hila. I get here. She starts opening her knee because I get closer her knee. She starts opening her knee. I go here. I hook. Now I have the 2 grips, so she can't kick up or down. Concept of 2-on-1. Over the body. Connect. I get here. If I remove my knee here, I lost one of my things keeping her from kicking out her leg. So it's important I keep my knee under her leg. I put my foot on her body like this, and I arrive in the foot lock position. Okay? So, again, I'm here. I go for the foot lock. I start closing the knee. She opens. I move my foot. I lift. Now kick out. Up and down don't work. I hook the leg. I go to the foot lock. I connect my lat behind her foot. I lock to the collar grip, establishing this control under her leg. I'm hooking her knee. I control here. 1, 2, 3 things holding her foot in. Now my other foot comes in like this. You see? Now I'm able to establish the foot lock. And just so you guys know, I do this a lot. You see this hand? I go a lot under the knee. You're going to learn why I do this a lot after. But
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah.
So I feel a lot of pressure on my leg right now. How exactly are you putting your weight on my leg? Like
I'm not doing anything right now, but my lat is just sitting on your foot right now.
No, but
like my
how
shoulder.
are you laying down on it?
You see how my elbow's closed? If I was like this, do you feel any pressure on your leg?
No.
It's because my elbow falls.
So you're putting the elbow under your body?
Yes.
Okay.
But you're gonna learn that after. Like everyone's
okay.
gonna learn that after,
Yeah.
including you.
Okay.
That when my elbow drops, that it keeps way more pressure on her foot. You see, than if I'm like this. This I have no pressure on her foot. You see, like you feel nothing, right?
No, yeah.
When I go like this.
That's why I was asking.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm dropping my foot, and it even makes you more stuck. Like you see how it's hard.
I feel completely stuck, but I also feel like squeezing.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm controlling like this. But back to what I was saying about this hand. This hand, a lot of times I'll even go like this. I'll go like a Kimura grip on her leg and do this. Why am I doing this? Let's go back to this. See? So now go up, but go down. You can't go down, right?
No.
So if I feel when I'm attacking the foot lock that the person is trying to go sorry, if I'm like this, you can go up, right?
Yes.
But you're trying to go down. Like remove it, you can't.
No.
So if I feel you're going down, I'll move my hand because I only have two things protecting me here. I have the down one, my knee, and this. But I feel like you're backing away, you're going down. I'll use my knee like this. I'll use my hand like this. And it'll reinforce my knee that's under your leg. So it'll reinforce this grip. Using my hand like this. You see, it's the same exact thing. I'm using my hand like this. And I'm using my shin like this at the same time. You see, so it's exactly the same thing. It reinforces it. So this hand is so cool because I could do two things. I could reinforce this control, which is my foot on the hip with this. And I could switch it to here and reinforce my control under her knee. Like this. You see? This whole concept is so important in understanding the footlock. It's going to make it that the person can't kick out if you understand that. So now I get the footlock and I have two things helping me. And this hand is acting as if I need it under if I need to, or it's acting as over if I need to. Okay? That is what we're doing in this spot. And then when I put my foot here, I establish my full control of her body. Okay? But my hand is optionally going to be here. It's going to be here. Also, my hand at sometimes will be posting on the floor. Why? To either come up or to reinforce closing my elbow. You see how when I lift up, I'm going to move my elbow close. We're going to learn that later in the series. But for now, we're just learning this setup and how I'm closing her knee. So again, I'm here in the footlock. I start trying to close the knee, she opens. I move my leg out, I go 2-on-1. She's trying to move her leg, she can't. I want you to actually practice that. I want you to feel if she can move her leg out. Try to kick out your leg up and down. And I hook. I reinforce my 2-on-1 now. Because my knee and leg act as the 2-on-1 motion. You see, the up and down. Now I establish the footlock control. I get my lat inside, I get my arm inside, I go to the side. I go here. If my knee is not under, all I do is I go like a Kimura grip under her knee, like this. Like a Kimura on her elbow, but I'm using her knee. I lift it up and I scoop my leg under. You see? Once I make the table, I'm in the perfect spot for the footlock. So let's go to the other side. In here. In this spot, she starts opening her knee. So now I know it's time. Move my leg out, try to kick out. Concept of up and down, right? Nothing.
No.
I hook. I go to the footlock. I go to the side. I use my arm and I scoop. I put my foot under her like this. Once I establish this control, I'm in the perfect spot for the footlock. So all the drill is, again,
This side or this?
other side. We're just doing this. So I'm here. I go 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
When you're putting your elbow underneath?
Yeah, I'm scooping my elbow under. So I'm like this. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. An alternative setup I'm going to give you guys right now is this. When I'm here doing the footlock, what will happen is I'll be going for the footlock, and instead of me taking my leg out and doing this, I'll go with my hand on the ankle. I'll pull her down and push her away. So something I'm going to explain to you now is when I'm using this collar grip. Back away from me when I'm using the collar grip. It's hard for her to back away, right? So if before I had this grip, and the pro of this grip is you can't kick up, right?
No.
For you to kick up, to remove your hand. So go up on me like this. For you to kick up to remove your hand, I have to back my body away, you see? So you stop me from going up. But if I'm going to go down, I can't just remove it like this, right? I have to move my butt back, right? Look at my butt. See how I move my butt back to remove your grip? When I'm holding the collar grip, back up.
You can't.
You can't because I'm keeping your body this way.
Oh, so if you put the leg on top.
I can use the collar grip as if I had the grip on top. So when I'm here and I'm holding the spot here, look how I'm holding your ankle and your collar. Now move your butt away from me. So what happened? I figured out a way to make it like I have this grip on her leg, but I'm using the collar instead. You see? That is how I'm doing this spot also. I'll make a grip on her collar. And then when she's here and she's trying to back away, I have the underhook grip and here. So now I'll go up and try to remove your leg and try to go back.
I can't.
So now do you see how this acts the same way as this? You see that?
Yeah, it's really.
It's exactly the same thing. I'm just using my body in a different way to make it work the same way. So a setup I like to do is I'll be here and I'll start closing the knee, you'll open your knee, and instead of me going 2-on-1 and taking my leg off, I'll just do this. I'll keep the collar pulling it to me. I'll keep her heel pulling it to me. So now back away. Try to kick your leg up and down, all the motions. Now look, I do this. I move my leg to the inside of her body. Once I do this, what did I just do with my foot? I don't have the inside control yet. I have inside control with this hand. But what did I do with my foot? I just established this. Again, you see? So when I do this, I have the overhook control on her body with the collar. But then when I put my foot on her hip, it's the overhook control also. So immediately I go right to that spot. Look, now I'll move away up and down. You can't, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like I have this control on her leg. You see? So when I do this and I'm holding the collar and she tries to back away and I finally get to here. I arrive at this spot. Now I have two things keeping her leg with the overhook control. The collar grip, which is acting in the place of this, and now my foot is in that place. But now I only have one thing to keep her in my body under control. She can lift up and remove it still, right? Because I only have over control. So she lifts up. If she gets rid of this grip somehow, she could remove it by going down. So go down and away.
Okay.
Yes. So what am I going to do? Immediately when I get here and I establish the upper control, my knee is not in. I move my hand to the Kimura grip again. Because what does that mean? Now I have two things in the under control. Two things keeping her leg from going down. Go down and kick away, go down and kick away. You see? She can't. The only way she can go is up to kick away. Right?
Yes.
So when I'm here and I go to the ankle lock, so I'm here, you open your knee, I pummel, I get to this spot. When I get to this spot, I go two grips here. I let go of this. I lift up. I go two grips on her knee. Now kick away. Going down you can't, right?
No.
And going up you possibly can, but now because my foot is here you can't, right? But now what am I going to do? I'm going to add my knee in. Now go up. Now go down. We arrived in the same spot as before. Now I'm going to make the grip on the knee.
Can you do it again? Oh.
Yeah.
Should you do it again? I just want to see the.
I'm here.
So you're,
I'm closing the knee. You open your knee.
and you're pushing up and.
I'm using this as if I had this.
Yeah, but you're doing something with this collar.
What am I doing? I'm pulling down your butt.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep your weight on your butt, right? Because
You're
the
pulling it straight down?
more you're on your toes, the harder it is for me. So I'm pulling down. So the rules of collar grip you learn in other sections with me. So if you're watching this again, it's repetitive. I'm gonna keep repeating this. Whenever I have a collar grip, I'm either framing the collarbone, I'm either making her look a different direction because I'm misdirecting her spine. I am either pulling her shoulders to me, or I'm pulling her weight to her butt by doing this. I pull down the collar, pushing all her weight to her butt, and then I can push her shoulder, which is what we usually do for sweeps, right? So when I'm here, and I'm in this spot, and she opens her knee, all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put the weight on her butt, like this. I'm going to pull her to me. I'm going to move my foot out, now I'm going to push her away. Look how your weight all is on your butt now, right?
Yeah.
So now I have an underhook grip. I have two things as overhook grips, but it's not safe for me right now because you could still possibly kick up once you lose this and not take your leg up. So when I'm here, all I'm going to do is reinforce an underhook grip, doing this. And notice, when I do this, I still have an overhook grip technically because my forearm is on her knee. So it's like this and this at the same time. So that's why this is an amazing grip. If you could get the Kimura grip on her knee, below her knee, because I have my forearm going up and down. So kick out, up or down. You see how it's like the strongest ball?
Yeah, very.
So I always try to do this a lot to control it. So once I get here, try to kick up and down. Now I remove that, I go to the foot lock. I scoop my knee under, I bring my foot in. Now I'm in the foot lock position again. So again, I'm here. I go De La Hiva, I start closing knee, she opens her knee. I take my leg out, I scoop it up, her leg, you see? Once I get here, I have the collar grip acting as this, but I need to reinforce it. So I immediately remove it, go to this knee. But now I have two things on the upper part of her body. I need to get my knee under it. So now I'm just gonna pull under my knee. I could use the Kimura grip if I fall on my side. Look, now I get the Kimura grip in. I lock the foot lock. Now, like I said before, my foot's on the hip, my knee's under her body. I have all my inside, my over and under controls on her leg. Okay, let's change sides so we can see the other angle. I'm here. At the foot lock, I'm closing her knee, she opens. So now I do this. I open my leg. Look, I go here. I open my leg, I place my foot on her hip. So now I have over, under, and over control on her leg. You see? Under and over control. Because my foot's on her hip, and I have a grip on her leg like this. So now go up, go down. I have both controls. And the collar grip is even reinforcing you from moving your butt away. Now I remove my hand. I bring my knee under. I move my leg up. I get the Kimura grip. And now I can bring my knee under her body to establish this foot lock position. So again, other side. I'm here. She opens her knee. I go here. Now back away. I establish this control. Once I get here, I get to this foot lock. Again, I'm here. I pull down the collar, I go here. What am I doing when I pull down the collar? What I'm doing is I'm trying to force her butt like this to close her knee. She's gonna open her knee a little bit. Now I'm gonna keep pulling down the collar because as I pull down the collar, I'm reinforcing her weight to her butt. As her weight is reinforced to her butt, I can now pummel my leg to the outside, going inside her legs like so. Once I do this, I can lift up her leg, and now look at all the control I have. You see? So I'm here, she opens, here. I get the Kimura grip, I bring my knee under. One. Again, I'm here. I use this setup a lot, guys, in competition. It works so well because everyone opens their knee like this. And I'm able to keep them stuck there because of my collar grip. So I'm here, and she tries to back away. Again, I'm here. I start closing the knee, she opens. That was the first one, sorry. She opens the knee. See, because I feel like I'm doing the same thing for both. So my brain registers them the same. That's why I instinctively did the other one also. Because they're exactly the same functions. I'm just using the collar for one versus the other. Okay. I like this one a lot because it's stepping inside and I'm able to keep the heel at the same time as doing this. See how like it's hard for you to move right now?
Yeah, really.
Yep. So I'm here.
If you're pushing down, that's the thing.
I'm just doing the collar grip family. Sometimes I'm pulling and then I push your butt down.
Okay.
Now all your weight's on your butt, right?
But the goal is to
Now
push
you're
me down
inside.
this way, not to pull me at all.
Sometimes I'll pull because when I pull, remember I said before the rule is if I pull, I can put your weight on
No,
your...
but I mean finishing.
Oh, finishing, yeah, I push.
Okay.
So I'm here, I'm pulling down the collar, I'm here, I start closing your knee, you open, I push the collar. Because once I push, all your weight's on your butt, right? Now I get to this spot, I get the overwork, I get the Kimura, I bring my body in. Again, I'm here. I'm here, I try to close the knee, open, I punch, I bring my foot in. Once I bring my foot in, I bring my knee under if I can. If I can't, I use the Kimura grip to do it. I'm here, if I can't go under, I use the Kimura grip on her knee like this. Once I do this, my knee comes in. I end up in the foot lock. Okay? So to review the other one, 2-on-1 control, here, here. This one, instead of letting go of my collar grip, I use that as a 2-on-1 control, the same concept. Here, here. Okay, another setup for you guys. When I'm here, I use this setup a lot. I use this in Worlds, I think, last year. What I do is, I place my foot on this shoulder. So change angles a little bit. I'll be holding the shoulder like this. And every time you make a grip on the collar, same side, you can put your foot in the place of where your hand is. You see? Why is this good for me? Why it's good is keep you wearing your legs, like on your heels. Look how your leg would really look. Try that again. But you keep you wearing your heels. You can't keep you wearing your heels,
Can I
right?
try that?
Yes. So you grab the collar and now put your foot next to it. Now push me back. All my weight goes to my butt.
That's it?
I cannot keep my weight on the heel. Look, I'm going to try to keep all my weight on my heel. Go again. It moved all my weight off of my heels. Now my leg is like... So in my finals at Worlds, what I did was, I know this concept that when I move my foot to the heel, it's impossible for her to keep her weight on her ankles. So it makes her legs really light. So what I did was I start to fight, I get the double pull, I go like this. I'm in De La Riva, I do this. 1. And what is the rule of a foot lock? When I'm doing an ankle lock, the person's toes need to be under my armpit for me to do an ankle lock. When she's grabbing my collar and she puts her toes like this, how can I foot lock her? I need her toes under my armpit. So if she puts her foot like this, there's no danger of a foot lock. Look, I cannot remove it. Pull the collar more though. Yes, I can. And move your foot like this. And I cannot remove her foot. Okay? So now what is she doing? She's making my weight to my butt. So what I did was I land here, and look, I put my foot like this. So now the person's thinking, oh, they're going to foot lock me. No, they can't. Go to foot lock me. Hook my leg, whatever you want to do. Yes. Look, now I do the inside control on this side. Okay, now try to kick out and move away. Can you move away? Yeah, now look. If she does that circle, she just gave me the foot lock.
What circle? Oh, this thing?
You try going up. So as you go up, you're literally doing this for me.
Oh.
You see? And I have enough control that you can't move your butt away. So if you go like this and you can't move your butt away, how do you remove the position? So if I'm like this and you, if I'm like this, you go up, you can remove it a little bit, right? But you need to move your butt away to finish the movement, right? So go up and move your butt away. No.
Oh, I
Lift
know.
your heel up and move your body away. Move your butt away though.
Like that?
You have to move your hip away from me. You see how you moved your hip?
Yeah.
If you just go up, your butt's still stuck, right? Try to move your butt away in this spot. You see?
Yeah.
She can't. So this concept will be very important in doing the foot lock. Again, I did this at Worlds last year. It's such a good concept. I'm just here. I make our same side collar. I put my foot on her shoulder. Now she tries to move away. I have this first concept. I'm not even holding the ankle yet. I'm just saying that it's very hard for you to even move away with this grip, right?
Well, yeah, I definitely can't. What am I doing?
Now, let's say I have the ankle. Now move away. See, there's nothing she can do. And now she's putting more weight on her butt. Thank you. Now, once more weight's on her butt, I can lift up her leg and move her leg under my knee, like so. Once I remove her leg under my knee, I go back to 2-on-1 control. Back to the foot. So let's recap what we learned so far. I'm here. I pull the collar down. I go 2-on-1. First of all, I'm trying to close her knee. She tries to open. 2-on-1. Lift up. Foot lock. Second one. I'm here. I go to close the knee. She opens again. I don't let go of my collar grip. Now we're using this cross collar grip to do the foot lock. I just do this. Here, I hook. I use the Kimura grip if I cannot establish my knee under her leg, because I need to establish some control of this under control. The more controls I have, the better, right? So I go to the Kimura grip. I bring my leg under. I get to the foot lock like so. The new one. I'm here. I get to this shoulder grip. So her weight, put your weight on your legs, please. So we start here. Her weight's on her legs. I can't lift up her leg. Her leg is heavy. Look what I do. Keep your weight on your legs. Impossible. You see how it completely eliminates all her weight on her legs? Now I can go to the foot lock again. Other side. So I'm here. I'm in De La Riva. I'll go to close her knee. She opens. I go 2-on-1. 1. Next one. I'm here in De La Riva. I go to close. She opens. I keep the collar grip now. Concept of keeping her butt in place. Here, move away. 2. Next one. I'm here. I'm in De La Riva. I place my foot next to my hand, so her weight's on her heels, right? I land in De La Riva. I go like this. Move away. And my weight's all on her butt. 2-on-1. There. Okay. So let's go back to the other side. So as you guys see, these spots are all connected, and you'll slowly see more and more grips to set up this spot. But if you get the premise and the gist of what I'm saying, that all the weight is on her butt every time I'm in this spot, and I can use any grip I really want to get her weight to that spot, then you'll really understand how to do the foot lock, okay? To get to the foot lock. So we just learned this grip on the collar. If I place my foot on the collar, I can push her weight back. Now all her weight's on her leg is light. So the setups I learned from here is like this. 1, I go to the heel and I pummel. At Worlds, I actually didn't do this. At Worlds, what I did was I went foot on the shoulder and I did the 2-on-1 one that you just learned before, like this. and then I went to the footlock. You see? I immediately switched to 2-on-1 once I made this shoulder control. So I did this, now hook my leg. Because they're thinking, okay, they're going to footlock me. But she can't because my toe is on her shoulder. So there's no way they can footlock me. Now I just put my foot like this, and now I just go 2-on-1 control it. Once I have this 2-on-1 control, I start here, I pummel my hand under, because now my wrist and my hand are involved in this control of her leg. You see how up and down you can't do if I have both involved. Just like here, go up and down, you can't.
No.
Now I can go right into the footlock, to this spot here. Okay? So this concept's so important. But now let me give you one more setup. Another setup I do in this spot is I'll be here and I'll attempt to omoplata the person. Like this. When I attempt to omoplata the person, close your elbow. Where's all your weight right now? In your hips, right?
Yes.
Now look. Once she puts all her weight in her hips here, look what I do. I attempt to footlock again. Every time I can make her weight go to her butt, I can lift up her leg to attempt to footlock. This is all I need you guys to realize in this spot. So a lot of times I'll be in double pull, and I'll even go collar sleeve, foot on the shoulder. Again, look at my foot on the shoulder. I'll pretend that I'm going to go collar
I
sleeve.
feel like you've told me before, maybe I'm remembering the wrong thing, to go like for an omoplata, the person defends and then go under for berimbolo that way.
Yes, because every time I make you close your elbow, all your weight closes here. So now your leg is compromised. Okay? What I told you about going to berimbolo, I told you to go crab ride and leg drag berimbolo.
Oh.
It was like this. I would say like to go here, close your elbow, and now all your weight's on your butt, right? So then I would say to do this.
Oh, okay, so it's...
Which is the same family as the footlock, world number 2. You see?
Because the weight is on the butt.
It's on
so
your
you're
butt.
able to lift
Yes.
okay.
If your weight stayed on your legs here, keep your weight on your legs. Like keep your weight on your heels. No, not your elbows. Keep your weight on your heels. You see, you are naturally defending it wrong. You're naturally defending it right. So you're putting your weight on your butt to defend. Keep your weight on your heels, please.
Okay, sorry.
You see, you can't defend if your weight's on your heels. But keep your weight on your butt now and close your elbow. If you close your elbow, your weight on your butt. No. Close your elbow and keep your weight on your butt and hips.
Oh, like this.
Yeah, now you're defending it because I feel like I can't pull your arm.
Okay.
Before, when you put your weight on your heels, put your weight on your heels. You can't close your elbow if your weight's on your heels. The only way you can close your elbow is if you move all your weight to your hip and your knee. Correct? Close your elbow. Where's all your weight? Your butt and your knee, right?
Yeah.
Could you close your elbow if your weight's on your heel? No. Put all your weight on your heel, not close your elbow. Do you feel like you could close your elbow?
No.
It shuts off basically, right? So we use this as a bait. I'll get collar sleeve and double pull. I'll start going for the omoplata and she'll close. Now look. Now I could go here. And now look what I can do. I could back up and I can do 2-on-1 control again. You see, it's the same concept. Here. Or, just to make things better, I can go collar sleeve with the foot on the shoulder. Wait. This foot on the shoulder. Remember I just showed you before this collar grip? And when my foot's on the shoulder, I can make her weight go back. So when I go collar sleeve like this and I put my foot on the shoulder, look how it makes your weight already back. So now close your elbow. This is helping her close her elbow, right? But now it's helping me get to here. You guys see how they're all exactly the same? You see, I just showed you all these different scenarios, but they're all exactly the same. They're working all the different functions we just learned previously. When I connect my foot to her shoulder, it's the same concept as this, okay? When I am here in collar sleeve and I go like this, it's the same concept as when I did this one. Except I'm using her elbow this time to help me. By doing this on her arm, close your elbow. You see, it's exactly the same thing. We're just using her elbows now to manipulate her body to put all her weight on her butt. And this is what I'm always doing in Jiu-Jitsu. We're just using small different parts of her body to manipulate her body. I just need to think of anything I can to make her weight transfer from her heels to her butt, okay? So here's some of the setups so far. I'm here. In De La Riva. I start pulling, I go 2-on-1. 1. I'm here in De La Riva. I start pulling. 2. I'm here in De La Riva. I get to this grip. I put my foot on the shoulder. 1. The same thing drill as before, holding the heel and collar. I'm here in De La Riva. I'm here. I take my leg out. 2-on-1. I'm here in De La Riva. Now I'm going to use the arm this time. I go collar sleeve. She closes her elbow. Yes. I take my leg out. I go lift the heel. 1. I'm here in De La Riva. I go collar sleeve. This time I'm not on the shoulder. I'm just here. She closes the elbow. Now I go here. 2 on 1. And I go to the spot. You see how they're all the same? They're literally all the same. That's all we're doing here. Okay. Another setup I like to do. I want to give you guys 1,000 setups. So when I'm here, sometimes what I'll do is I don't even play De La Riva to set up the footlock. I play reverse De La Riva. I did this in World Pro in 2017 when I won World Pro. That was the only time I went to Abu Dhabi. What I did was this. I went collar sleeve like this. And what I did was I placed my foot on her shoulder on this side, like this. Because I know that activates her hip up, right? But what I did was instead of going to De La Riva, when I activate the foot on the shoulder, it's the same concept I just showed you, foot on the shoulder. What I do is this. I hook my foot like a reverse De La Riva, like this. So I went like this. 1, 2, and then I go for this foot like this. There. I go on my shoulder, look, because I'm stepping on her shoulder. Now I hook my leg like this. I get the 2 on 1, and I went to the foot like this. Again. So now we're not only using De La Riva to attack the footlock, now we're using reverse De La Riva also. But think about it. Why am I using reverse De La Riva? Because I'm following the rule and concept of my same side collar and my same side foot on her shoulder. It's the same thing. So if I can make this connection, I don't need to be in De La Riva. That's what I'm trying to say. So go to the other side, please. I don't need to be in De La Riva if I connect my foot to the shoulder like this. The only thing I need to do is connect this because it puts all the weight on her butt. Now I can go like this. Just keep your weight on your toes a little bit. I push. Now your weight go right on your butt, right? Yeah. So now I push, and now look what I can do. I go on her foot like this. Here. I go on my shoulder. So I use the reverse De La Riva hook here. So we stay here. And I put my foot on the shoulder. Now I can go here and go on my shoulder to reach her this side. And she can't come in because I have the frame of my foot on her shoulder. So now I go like this. I go on my head like this. Look. Once I'm on my head, look what I do. I put my foot in. Now I get to the footlock position here. You see how I'm able to reach for the footlock position just like that? It's the same concept though. Just connecting I just showed you this before. Collar and foot to the shoulder. So I want to go De La Riva. She moves this leg away. She keeps this leg back, right? And I'm like this. I go reverse De La Riva. All I do is this. I make one grip on her leg. Any grip I want. And I'm just going to go on my shoulder to that side like this. So make your hands more real. Yeah, like your hand fighting me. Like regular double pull. Yeah. You see, I did this in like 2 of my matches. It's one of my favorite setups. Because the person's always like, oh, De La Riva, keep your leg back. And I'm trying to grab, I can't, right? So I go like this. Look how I'm stepping on the floor now.
You're trying to bring yourself to grab the leg, right?
Yes, but I'm in reverse De La Riva left. So I bring myself in like this. I bring myself in. Now try to fight me here. I'm already in this spot. You see? That is what I'm doing in this spot. So when I'm here, I'm going De La Riva, move your leg away from me, back away. I can't, like a regular flow, like this flow. Yes. See how I'm able to get to the leg now? It's a cheat code to get to the leg if they keep that leg back, you see? So other side. So I'm here. I'm going for De La Riva. I'm trying to go. She's blocking that leg. Look. Obviously, if I see this leg, I'm going to lift it up and go right to the footlock. But if I really want to attack that other side, I could go like this. Here and here. Once I get this connection, I'm going to go to the side. I'm going to go on my shoulder. I'm going to hook her leg even. I just have to step on the floor at this point. Step on the floor, go on my head, and once I'm on my head, look like I can balance. Because I'm stepping on her shoulder. Now my foot can come in. Look. Once my foot comes in, 2 on 1. We're back in business. Other side. I'm here. Going for his collar sleeve, she moves this leg away. I get to this spot. I go reverse heel, look. Again. I'm here, I'm hand fighting, going to the collar. Again, a concept I like to do is whenever I grab the collar, I reinforce it 2 on 1. Same concept as 2 on 1 control. So I hold the leg, try to kick away, up and down. If I'm holding the collar, break my grip, you're strong, right? If I go 2 grips, break my collar grips. Very difficult, right? Because I take all the tension out of the collar that she can't break my grip. So if you see me drilling it like this, it's because I like to grab 2 on 1 whenever I establish my collar grip. Because once I establish the collar grip, try to break my grip, it's hard, right? Now I let go of 1, I already have the connection of the pressure I had with the 2 grips. So I already have the tension, now I can let go. Now I place my foot, you see? Or just keep this leg back, please. Yeah. I go like this. I hook. I grab the heel like this. Now I'm just gonna push and go on my shoulder. Like this. Look. Try to back away from me. Again. I'm here. I'm hand fighting. You're blocking your legs away. Look. 2-on-1. 1, 2. This is all I need. Once I get here, it's gonna be very hard for her to keep this leg back. So fight me now. Go. If I can just make one grip and go on my shoulder, look. It's very hard for her to fight me. Again. Hand fighting here.
Why don't you do more this way?
The other side?
No, this way.
What do you mean? Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see your grip.
So I'm hand fighting here. I go cross collar. I'll set it up the same side collar. Cross collar, same side. Cross collar, same side. Cross collar, same side, right? So here. See how I'm setting it up?
How about this way?
Okay.
It's just like,
Yeah.
no, this way.
This way? Okay. Here. So move this leg away. Keep it back. Yeah. Here. Under her grip and here. So in this discussion we just had, what did we learn? We learned a discussion of under her grips, over her grips, as well as the superior grip if you can. Connecting your under her grip, but having your other part of your arm as an over her grip on the leg. You see? I had an under her grip and an over her grip on the leg. We learned different ways I could get to the ankle lock. Following the rule of getting her butt to the floor, all her weight on her butt, making her ankle slide. So when I was here, when I start pulling down her leg to torque her knee, she opens her leg. So the first one, I remove my foot. 2-on-1 control. Talked about this so much, right? Lift up the leg. Hook her leg, connect to the footlock. Getting my knee under her knee, like this. Getting to the footlock. Okay. Second one we learned. Mandela Hiva, or the collar. She opens her knee. I open my leg. I put my foot on her hip. We learned how when I hold the collar grip, it can act in the same function as if I had a grip like this. See? So we learned that discussion here. Now I can go to the footlock again. We learned when I'm here, on top of everything, a same side collar grip. When I do this, I can keep her weight on her butt. It's like a cheat code for me to move her weight to her butt without me even having to turn her knee in. So I can just go like this. So 2 grips here, foot on the shoulder. The rule is, if her toes cannot go under my lat, there shall be no footlock, right? I cannot footlock her if her foot's here. And the collar grip reinforces the tension on her shoulder. So now when I'm here, I can move my foot. I could go this one, circle. Like the same thing as before, the same exact drill. Or I can let go 2-on-1, circle, here. We learned a reverse Talahiva one. When I'm here and she moves her leg away, I go here. I hook her leg. I pull myself in with the reverse Talahiva hook. Now I step on the floor, control the leg, roll my shoulder. Now I can put my foot on her leg. 2-on-1. Pull myself in. Attack the foot lock here. We learned using collar sleeve to manipulate her elbow. Because once her elbow goes in, her weight's off of her toes. Again, this one. We learned collar sleeve, foot on the bicep, using the same concept as before. Now I can go to the ankle here. So every one of them, I'm either pummeling my leg like this, or I'm going 2-on-1. And you see that from everywhere that I'm doing this concept, okay? So I gave you a few positions to work. I gave you the biggest, most important part of this footlock. Using the underhook grip, the overhook grip, combining them together to make this very difficult place that it makes it that they can't move. Super hard for the person to move when I'm doing this spot, okay? So I feel like I want you guys to learn how to do this on both sides first off, because when you learn how to drill this on both sides, you'll be able to almost be unstoppable with the footlock, because it'll be almost impossible if the person wants to stay on their butt to stop you from getting to a footlock if you keep going side to side. It's literally impossible, I believe. So if you learn how to play this on both sides, it's very, very dangerous for the person. So I want you to learn and master all these setups, but most importantly, not the setup, the concept. Because if you understand the concept and the grips that I'm using, you'll be able to do this everywhere. And you'll even do new grips that I'm not doing, you know? Because there's so many ways you can do this. I could be playing De La Riva here. I could be holding the belt. And you open your leg. Now look. Why does this work? I have the ASI grip on her hip, right? So now this is another concept I could use, using the hip grip. You know, now she can't move away either. You see, so now I can use this to get to the footlock. Okay, I could keep showing you a billion of them, you know, I feel like I could show you way more, but it's just following all the same concept and code. I have the hip grip and she tries to open her leg. Look, I could go here. I have the hip grip, she opens her leg, 2-on-1, here. It's the same code everywhere. Any grip we do, we're either doing this or we're doing this, okay? So I want you guys to just play with that concept of those two worlds of circling my leg, add in the reverse De La Riva one, add in all the things that we've been working, okay? And we're gonna continue from there, but while we're doing these drills, I need you to practice these setups while you're drilling. Don't just start in the footlock, set it up. So important. Always when I drill a move, you'll never see me drill a move just the end of a position. The most important part is setting it up. So I need you to drill all these setups on top of the finishes that you're going to learn, okay? So I want you to work this. I want you to add in all these concepts and really try to learn these setups and the concept, okay? We're going to continue now with